So one of the most basic and probably the most essential survival skill or wilderness survival skill is the ability to make fire. Anyone who's tried to make fire without fire making tools of some sort knows that it's extremely difficult. I mean, friction fires, they require a lot of physical effort. You need ideal materials, you need ideal conditions to have really any chance of success, and you got to practice. You got to practice a lot because it's not easy. Well, today I'm going to show you one of the absolute simplest friction fires that there is. There's many variations of this, but we're going to use the most basic variation and almost guarantee you success in your first attempt. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to gather some tinder and get me a tinder bundle together. Okay, we got our little tinder bundle made up, kind of processed it a little bit, got some little fine stuff down in the middle there, made a little bird nest. We'll sit that over to the side. The next thing we're going to need, or the next thing we're going to use, is a cotton ball. This is pretty much the easiest material to use for this. There's plenty of natural materials you can use, but just for simplicity and to make this super easy, we're going to use a cotton ball. The next thing we're going to need is 2 flat surfaces. I'm just going to go ahead and use 2 boards. You can also, I mean, you could use a dead tree and the handle of your knife. You could use any 2 relatively flat surfaces will work. And the next thing we're going to need is some ash, and you don't have to use ash. This is actually wood ash. You can use charcoal ground up really fine. People have used rust. I've heard of people using pepper, tobacco, all sorts of things, but it seems to be the cotton ball and the wood ash seem to work the best and be the easiest. So that's what we're starting off with today. Okay, we're gonna get our cotton ball and we're gonna find the end. It's rolled up, kind of like a hay bale or something. We gotta find where the end's at. We're gonna unravel it. There it is. We're gonna unravel it, and I'm gonna tear this one in half. This is a pretty big cotton ball. So I'm gonna tear it in half right there. I'm gonna kind of spread these fibers out a little bit. Make it a little wider. And we're going to put some ash on the end of this. It really doesn't take very much. You don't want no big chunks of stuff. You just want some fine powder. On about 1/3 of it, maybe half of it. And we're going to roll it up. This method is called the FireRoll. It's also called the Rudiger roll. And it was said to be developed by POWs in World War II as a way to light their cigarettes. We're going to roll it up relatively tight with our hands, as tight as you can. And it's okay to get ash on your boards because that actually helps kind of grip this roll and rolls it a little bit better, I think. Okay, now to begin with, we're going to do about 4 passes in one direction just to tighten this up. We want to kind of bind this material together. You're going to put a little pressure, and this thing gets pretty hard and pretty tough. Okay, now that's what we're going to do. We're going to roll back and forth. We're probably going to go about 20 times back and forth, and you'll probably smell it burning, and then you'll probably see it start smoking. It's pretty easy to get it to start smoking. Like, you'll be surprised how easy this is. But all right, and you're going to have to apply some pressure. That's just something you'll have to practice and figure out how much pressure to apply and how fast to go. But here we go. Now, you see it's smoking. That ember will burn its way from the middle of that roll to the outside. And you can kind of untwist it a little bit, try to give it a little more air. There we go. Now I'm gonna take my tinder bundle, just kind of place this down in the middle of it. Get some of this fine stuff and kind of put over the top of it. This part may take a little while. You got to kind of let it heat everything up, and eventually it will catch. You just got to give it some air. You can wave it around in a figure 8, or you can just sit here and blow on it every once in a while. This is a very easy way to start fire that anyone can do. And there you have it, the FireRoll method. I would suggest anybody just learning this, start with the cotton ball and the wood ash, practice that a few times, and then you can move on to experiment with different kind of natural fibers and other materials besides the ash. But you will be surprised at how easy it is. But try it. Let me know. Write in the comments if you see, if you find anything else that works. You know, let me know what works. David West has a channel on YouTube. He does a lot of FireRoll, a lot of different fire making videos. Very interesting. He does different materials. It's really a lot of fun. It's interesting seeing what all you can use and how easy it could be to start a fire with nothing. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. We'll catch you next time.